Happy Monday, everyone. I know, it's our least favorite day of the week, but it's okay because you're here now, and this is a safe space. I've got you. I'm Stella Chung, and in today's fix, Halo writer Joseph Staten just announced where he's going after leaving Microsoft, the Xbox home dashboard is getting a redesign, Dark and Darker has to be torrented to be played, and Call of Duty released a pay-to-win bundle for DMC. It's an interesting mix of news today. 10 days ago, Joseph Staten, head of creative on Halo Infinite, announced he was leaving Microsoft and didn't tell anyone where he was going. Today, Staten took to Twitter to announce he's now at Netflix as the creative director of Netflix Games and is building a new AAA multi-platform game and original IP. In a statement to IGN, Staten said, "In my work life, there's nothing I love more than collaborating with others to build worlds filled with iconic characters, deep mysteries, and endless adventures." We have no details on what this new IP or game is, but Staten is a huge pillar in the industry and has an impressive history of game development, so there's no doubt this will be great. Just in case you're not familiar with his work, Staten wrote the original Halo trilogy and directed Halo 3 ODST, and was also the original narrative director on Destiny before he left Bungie to join Microsoft in 2013. Staten was Microsoft's senior creative director focusing on franchise strategy for Microsoft Studios titles. Then he returned to Halo work as the campaign project lead, then the head of creative for Halo Infinite. He took a step back from Infinite and rejoined Xbox Publishing in January this year, where he stayed till his departure earlier this month. What do you hope to see from Staten? Something totally new, or maybe something connected to a hit Netflix property? Like, I don't know, a Tiger King survival horror game or a Love is Blind hero shooter? I'm just spitballing here. Staying on Xbox-related news, Microsoft just announced that it's going to change the Xbox home dashboard design. There was a lot of community feedback after Microsoft invited Xbox insiders to test out a series of experiments implementing home screen changes to try and create a more personalized experience and showcase top trends and fan requests. But that didn't really work out, as the community felt the new home screen was way too crowded and the UI blocked the backgrounds that users could choose. The items on screen would cover most images in the background, and the community voiced their desire to see more balance between those items to interact with and their backgrounds to make their homes truly feel personalized. In a blog post, Microsoft did state that they were pausing these home screen experiments to, quote, balance the experience, accessibility, function, and the needs of our community, and bring you a great and refreshed home experience. So Alpha and Alpha Skip Xbox insiders will be reverted back to the original Xbox home experience, and everything they had activated before the test will be activated. Ivy Krisloff, senior product manager lead at Xbox Experience, has said their team was working hard to incorporate all of the feedback into the development and would share details soon. After seeing the UI, I'm definitely glad the community's voices were heard. I could have grown used to how it looked, sure, but honestly, having the home experience to be as smooth as possible is definitely more welcoming to gamers. I don't want to open up my console and be bombarded with a cluttered screen and have to navigate through all of that. I'm curious to see what Xbox comes up with as a solution. Honestly, just bring back the Xbox 360's Blades UI. I gotta say, I never thought I'd be reporting something like this on IGN, but here we are. The only way to play the popular PC game Dark and Darker is to torrent it. If you're unfamiliar, the game is basically a high fantasy take on Escape from Tarkov, and its developer IRONMACE is currently in hot water for allegedly using stolen assets. These accusations come from game publisher Nexon and resulted in a DMCA takedown of Dark and Darker, completely removing the game from Steam. There were plans for a public playtest this month, which seemed unlikely since the game doesn't currently exist on any official platform or storefront. Well, IRONMACE announced the latest playtest was still happening, but players would have to torrent the game to participate. Now, the question is that piracy? The developers are saying go ahead, but according to Nexon, the game isn't 100% theirs to give away. In the official Dark and Darker Discord server, the dev team posted, "Unfortunately, due to the complexities of our situation, especially across international lines, it is taking time to resolve the Steam situation. In order for us to keep our promise to our fans, we've had to go old school this time." In order to even access the game, you have to join the Discord server and use a decoder for the new link and then download it. The download itself isn't very large. It's about 13 gigabytes, but because torrent seeds work faster if more people are downloading it, it takes about 30 minutes to download the game. It's really weird that IRONMACE still pushed out the playtest through this complicated process with their legal issues not yet resolved. Just as a quick recap, back in March, Korean officials raided IRONMACE's offices for stolen code and assets from Nexon. Half of IRONMACE's team is ex-Nexon employees, and there were resounding resemblances between Dark and Darker and Nexon's in-development game. Nothing was found from that office raid, but Dark and Darker was still delisted from Steam. Then, an IRONMACE dev posted a GoFundMe for helping the team with legal fees on their official Discord server. The server admins took the link down a few times thinking it was a scam. Ultimately, the GoFundMe raised $46,000 in less than an hour before the actual campaign was removed. Dark and Darker has a lot of love from its community, and I know so many players are wanting to see it fully released, but there's no way to tell how the future will pan out from IRONMACE. This is an ongoing story, so we'll be sure to keep you updated, but let us know if you were able to participate in this playtest. I'm genuinely curious on how it runs. Call of Duty Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 Season 3 is out now and comes with the usual new cosmetic packs and battle pass. Cosmetics are nothing new, but there's a bundle that gives players a clear in-game advantage in Warzone's DMZ mode that the community is not super happy about. DMZ is the escape from Tarkov-like game mode for Modern Warfare. You complete contracts, tasks, and missions to collect cash or guns and then extract. There's PvP and PvE elements, but with PvP, everyone starts out with the same things until you're able to supply yourself with better equipment through your various game runs. However, this new bundle is labeled a DMZ boost by Activision that gives players a skin for Fender, a Sakin MG38 LMG blueprint, an active duty slot, a sticker, and an emblem. But it was pointed out that this boost actually comes with huge benefits to players in DMZ. Anyone who equips the Fender skin are given a medium backpack, and the LMG has a shorter cooldown for recovery if you insure it before matches and lose it in-game due to a death. Looting in DMZ is the basic core mechanic. You loot armor, weapons, equipment, and backpacks. Finding a bigger backpack can be really difficult in matches, and finding one means more loot and fighting abilities through being able to hold more resources. There are also a few other bundles with added DMZ benefits, like a pack that grants an operator skin a free gear slot, which frees up more backpack space. As a DMZ player, this is incredibly frustrating. I really enjoy Warzone, but I find myself playing more DMZ because it lets you take the game at your own pace with your friends. It's one thing to release cosmetic bundles, it's another to release overpowered weapon blueprints, something Call of Duty has been guilty of for so long, and clear advantage boosts in a PvP game mode. And you would think that Activision would know better. Obviously, we've all kind of accepted that microtransactions like cosmetic DLC bundles are here to stay, as long as it keeps the playing field level. I really hope Activision walks this decision back, but there was a data mine on Reddit that shows they may keep moving forward with this format and more DMZ Advantage bundles are on the way. I'm incredibly disappointed and will most likely not be playing DMZ and just queue for Warzone with how this is being handled. What do you think Joseph Staten is creating next? And how do you feel about the Call of Duty pay-to-win bundles? Let us know. I'm Stella Chung, and now that you're all caught up on the news, check out our feature on how AI could change video games forever. It's pretty interesting, and the topic of AI in the games industry has been a big debate. Once you've watched that, be sure to follow us on all of your socials and subscribe to the Daily Fix on Snapchat. Keep on gaming, and I'll see you next time.